Hello, Rama Puppod. Hope all are in good health, feeling great, wonderful, having a happy and peaceful life. Now let's continue with the next devotee as Doraisamy Iyer. Doraisamy Iyer, a scholar, first saw Bhagavan in the early 1920s in Kanda Ashramam. He later became an illustrious lawyer. But would Bhagavan let him wander in dazzling darkness in the form of fame? He drew him back into his fold to serve as one of his hall attendants between 1948 and 1950. By this time, Doraisamy Iyer was a very well-known figure and had powerful contacts in the government. He used his remarkable influence at the time Bhagavan had to be treated for cancer. He saw to it that the necessary instruments and specialists were brought to Tiruvannamalai to treat and serve Bhagavan. The mere thought of S. Doraisamy Iyer makes my heart melt with gratitude. It was my good fortune to meet him at Aurobindo Ashram in Pondicherry in 1960. This was where he was living at the time. I went there to interview him for an article in The Mountain Path. He generously shared with me a sacred secret. When I was in Kanda Ashramam in the 1920s, I found myself alone with Bhagavan one day. I was totally aware that Bhagavan was divinity itself in human form. This was something that was recognized by all the old devotees of Bhagavan. That Bhagavan was not a mere saint or ascetic was the firm belief of all his devotees from the west and the east. No matter what method of faith they were following, they had no doubt that Bhagavan was divinity in human form. However, for some reason, I was overcome with a powerful spiritual urge that compelled me to mentally pose a question. Bhagavan, who are you in reality? No words had been uttered, but Bhagavan seemed to have heard the question. He looked at me, stood up, and came in my direction. He held out his hand, took my hand in his, and almost dragged me further up the hill. We reached the top of the hill with amazing ease. The all prevailing presence of Bhagavan and his close physical proximity made me feel so ecstatic that I felt prostrate at his holy feet. Even from that position, I could see that he was sending his piercing glance of grace directly into my heart. He said, "Who else is Arunachala than I am? Look within. You too are Arunachala. Plunge inwards." He then bent in my direction and touched my heart with his hand. At that very moment, I experienced Bhagavan as Arunachala and felt that I was none other than the rock on which I was seated. That's all, folks. Let's continue in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Rama Puppod.